Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show on this Friday, the 8th of July, 2022. Thank you for tuning in. Now, I'm going to tell you guys what. I told you guys I'm going to put a link in the description where to send your pet photos. I forgot to put the link. So I'm going to put it in this show right here, where to send your pet photos. Anyway, we're going to move on. We're going to take a look at what's going on out there right now. Been very busy this last week, and I've had awful lot of software issues. I think I'm finally getting them resolved now, so we can have a much better looking picture and a much better audio quality. So, without further ado, let's get the chart started right here and take a look at what's going on. Silver price today, $19.35. It's up 15 cents on the day so far. Still extremely low, considering, what's involved in getting an ounce of silver out of the ground. Take a look at gold today. We're looking at $17.47. It's up $7.90 on the day so far. There's some good buying opportunities in gold, silver, and cryptos. Speaking of cryptos, let's take a look and see what Bitcoin's doing. We're looking at a Bitcoin price of 943 billion, and we're up to 21,366 for an individual Bitcoin. Well, it's down a lot. It was 65,000. Now it's 21,366. And it was down like to 19,000 or whatever just a little while ago. Down lower than it is now. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average right now. Let me refresh the page. It's up 52 points on the day at 31,436. Now, this and the other markets, the S&P, the Russell, all the markets, these markets are in jeopardy of a very sharp decline or a turn down in the very near future, because the economy, I know we had that jobs report, but the economy in general, we got so many people on the unemployment lines, who are just not looking for work anymore. And they're not not counted anymore because they're not looking for work. And the amount of people that just aren't working is incredibly high. It's going to get an awful lot higher when they bring out these universal basic income, which is bound to come because there's going to be a lot of people that are getting in financial problems. So they're going to need another level of support, higher and above these other levels of support and safety nets, the social safety nets that are already in place are not going to be sufficient in an economy that's completely collapsing like the collapse of the Roman Empire. Let's take a look now at crude oil and see what it's doing. 103.84. It's down a little bit. Today it's up $1.11, but still it's down from what it was. This was getting up near to $120. Now it's down to 103. So you're seeing a little bit of relief at the pump. Should be seeing a little bit of a price moving down at the pump, but you don't really. It's staying pretty hard up there above, in the United States above $4, in Canada about $8. I'm not sure what it is in Great Britain. They just lost their prime minister in Great Britain. He just quit and gone. If you can believe that, what's going to happen next there, I'm not exactly sure. It's a kind of a country in turmoil a little bit. Over in Japan, they lost the prime minister. I think it was Abe. I think that's how his name's pronounced. Anyway, that's all in the news today, too. Let's move on to the MOVE index today at 149.71. It's up 88 points over the period of the year. This is getting really steep. And it's only trending upwards. This is your credit markets, and this is instability. The higher this goes, the more instability in the credit markets. Bonds and rates today, and we're looking at yields rising. We're looking at 3.08 on the 10-year. So the 10-year starting to get up there again, boys. It's up 7.4 basis points now. U.S. 30-year, 3.26. It's up 6.7 basis points. And the U.S. dollar index today at 107.01 today on the U.S. dollar index. The dollar's been riding high. And I think it's gonna continue for a few more months with the dollar riding high. And with commodities being punched in the gut, basically. And the markets having this downward pressure on them. You know, this is all going to turn later on. But what I'm surprised that the markets have held up as good as they have. And it had to do with something that the Fed's doing in the bond market. You know, this bond market support. What did they call it? But I think that's just mostly all artificial. I don't think they're going to be able to continue with that. And ultimately, I think as they continue to raise rates and as they move more towards quantitative tightening, we're going to see a historically big downturn in the markets. It's going to come quite suddenly in the next few months. And when that happens, then we're also going to see a reversal by the Federal Reserve and the central banks. Are going to see a reversal back to more loose, easy monetary policy. And then we're going to see inflation really take off. And then we're going to see a loss of faith in the purchasing power of the fiat currencies, which in turn is going to translate into a massive bull market in all commodities. You know, and where do you want your money? You want your money in something real. You need to get your money into something real. Thank you guys for listening. We'll catch you guys in the next show. Bye-bye.